Lemonade's 50% FSD discount in Tennessee shows insurers beginning to separate supervised autonomy miles from human driving and real pricing. This is Tsla Shorts Time, episode 562. Lemonade now offers the program in Tennessee and halves the per-mile rate when FSD is active. The insurer pulls data directly from Tesla's fleet API to distinguish human and supervised miles. Vehicles need hardware 4 or newer with compatible firmware. The change lowers ownership costs while giving Lemonade more granular risk data. Because FSD remains a Level 2 supervised system, drivers must stay attentive even when the discount applies. Insurance pricing for supervised autonomy is shifting from blanket risk pools to mile-by-mile separation of human and machine driving. Lemonade's Tennessee program pulls real-time data from Tesla's fleet API to apply a 50% discount only on FSD miles, creating a measurable price signal that owners can see on every statement. This matters because it turns a regulatory classification, Level 2 supervision, into an economic variable that directly affects total cost of ownership. The discount applies automatically whenever the car is under FSD control, giving drivers an immediate financial incentive to engage the system more often. The approach differs from traditional auto insurance, which spreads risk across all drivers and vehicle types. By tying the discount to hardware generation and firmware compatibility, Lemonade is effectively pricing the incremental safety or predictability that the system delivers today, not the future unsupervised promise. If the data shows lower claim frequency on those miles, the model becomes self-reinforcing. If claims remain flat, the discount shrinks or disappears. The requirement for hardware 4 or newer also creates a de facto hardware upgrade pressure for owners seeking the lowest rates. For Tsla, the implication is straightforward. Lower effective ownership costs can accelerate FSD adoption even while the system stays supervised. The same preference data Lemonade is now pricing is exactly what Tsla is studying internally. Tsla is examining driver disengagements to identify preference-based exits rather than safety issues. The effort covers navigation choices as well. This approach could reduce unnecessary interventions and improve perceived smoothness. The work builds on earlier observations that most disengagements stem from driver preference rather than hazard avoidance. Next, watch how preference data feeds into future software versions. Tsla states that FSD Supervised can monitor multiple directions simultaneously, where a human driver cannot. The post highlights the system's ability to maintain awareness across the full field at once. This capability stems from the vehicle's array of cameras and real-time processing that does not suffer from single-point visual attention limits. The comparison underscores why Tsla positions the supervised system as already exceeding human perceptual reach in certain scenarios. Samsung Electromechanics and LG Innotek secured sole supplier contracts for CyberCab camera modules. The deals cover the vision hardware for the upcoming robotaxi. Both companies have prior experience supplying automotive camera systems to global manufacturers. The selection locks in production partners ahead of volume manufacturing at Tsla facilities. Observers note the choice of established automotive suppliers signals a shift from in-house module development. Both firms bring experience meeting automotive-grade reliability and thermal requirements. Tsla outlined a multi-generation Optimus plan with Gen 3 targeting 1 million units annually and Gen 4 scaling to 10 million. The timeline remains tied to 2027 plus volume production. Initial units are expected to serve internal Tsla tasks before any external sales begin. Construction of dedicated production cells at Giga Texas continues as the first visible step toward those targets. Production cells are expected to appear later this year at Giga Texas. The stepped targets reflect a deliberate scaling path that begins with lower volume Gen 3 units before moving to higher volume Gen 4 designs. Early units will help validate assembly processes and component supply chains. Tsla cut the Model Y AWD price by $3,500 in California, bringing it below the $40,000 threshold. The move targets local demand in a key market. The adjusted pricing applies to the dual-motor, all-wheel drive variant and reflects ongoing efforts to maintain competitiveness in high-volume states. Buyers in California now see the vehicle listed under the psychologically important $40,000 mark after incentives. Tesla introduced fresh trade-in incentives aimed at Model 3 and Model Y buyers. The program seeks to lift current quarter deliveries. Trade-in values are calculated through Tesla's online configurator and can be applied immediately to new orders. The initiative follows similar targeted promotions used in prior quarters to clear inventory and support production cadence. Tesla signed a power purchase agreement tied to a large Arizona solar facility. The contract secures long-term clean electricity supply for operations. The agreement adds to Tesla's existing portfolio of direct renewable offtake deals in the Southwest. Power from the plant will support both manufacturing and compute loads at company sites. The contract supports growing energy demand at both vehicle and AI compute sites. It adds to Tesla's portfolio of direct renewable offtake agreements. The Arizona plant provides a stable, utility-scale source that reduces exposure to spot market price swings. The deal aligns with Tesla's broader pattern of securing dedicated clean power for expanding operations. Tesla began offering solar roof installations in the Dominican Republic. The move marks the company's first visible push into the Caribbean market for integrated solar plus storage. Marketing materials show completed residential installations paired with Powerwall units. The product targets homeowners seeking to offset grid electricity costs with rooftop generation. The rollout pairs the product with Powerwall storage for residential customers. It marks Tesla's first documented expansion into the region for solar offerings. Marketing photos show completed installations on local homes, highlighting the system's ability to offset high electricity rates. The move broadens Tesla Energy's geographic footprint beyond North America and Europe. A Northern Ireland renewables company received approval to install Powerwall units. The certification expands residential energy storage options in the region. Installers must meet Tesla's technical and safety standards before offering the product to homeowners. The approval opens a new channel for paired solar plus storage projects in Northern Ireland. Tesla replaced stamped aluminum underbody panels on the Cybertruck with carbon fiber composite trays. The change improves durability while reducing weight in the structural assembly. The revision follows earlier underbody updates aimed at corrosion resistance and impact protection. Production vehicles now incorporate the composite trays as standard on the latest builds. The change improves corrosion resistance and trims weight in the structural assembly. It follows earlier underbody revisions aimed at durability. The composite trays integrate into the existing skateboard architecture without requiring major retooling. Owners of recent deliveries may notice subtle differences in underbody appearance and long-term wear characteristics. The update is now rolling out with documented feature additions and fixes. Owners can track deployment status through Tesla's release notes. The version follows the typical staged rollout pattern that begins with employees and early access users before wider distribution. Release notes list specific changes to user interface elements and vehicle behavior. A federal employee filed a $10.3 million suit after a Model Y in insane mode crashed into a hair salon during a test drive. The complaint alleges the vehicle accelerated uncontrollably. Tesla has not commented on the specific incident. The case adds to ongoing scrutiny of test drive procedures and vehicle behavior under high-performance modes. Before we go, the next Optimus production cells at Giga Texas should give the first clear look at how Gen 3 assembly lines actually perform. That's your Tesla news for today. TSLA closed at $322.08, down 68 cents, 0.2%. If you found this useful, a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify really helps new listeners find the show. You can also find us on X at Tesla Shorts Time. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. And before you go, this show is part of the NARA Network, a family of daily podcasts on tech, science, and markets, each one a short, sharp briefing you can finish on the commute. If today earned its place in your feed, here's your next listen. Models and Agents for Beginners. Artificial Intelligence Explained Simply for Beginners and Curious Teens. Find every show free at naranetwork.com. Want the written briefing with source links? Each show keeps a summaries page on naranetwork.com. Scannable, dated, and free. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.